Hi everybody, Mars here, the teaching professional at Southwick Park Golf Club. This week's video is about teaching aids, something I use sometimes frequently and then sometimes infrequently, dependent on the person really. The thing that we have to accept is you could give someone a lot of instruction verbally, but they have to feel the change. And sometimes the best way to feel that change is with another physical object like a teaching aid. So sometimes in the old days it could have been a towel or a head cover, and now increasingly more popular, people have developed teaching aids for specific requirements. So I'm going to make a start and I'm going to give you my top teaching aids which I like to use. So as a golf pro, the very first thing I always look at is the person's grip. If that grip is incorrect, it's going to manifest in some sort of swing fault. So my first teaching aid is a very simple and incredibly effective grip trainer. You may have seen these before. It's a moulded piece of plastic which when your hands are on gives you the perfect grip. So there's a little groove for your left thumb, and then the trickier bit for most people, this bottom V with your right hand. Now the reason why I really like this grip trainer is you can swing with it and hit balls, and you can feel very quickly if your grip's not on right. So very simple, relatively ineffective. The best thing about this is that ability to take it off, so you can hit a few shots, slide it back on, and you can produce this perfect club grip. So that's teaching aid number one. Very simple grip trainer, really like it. Number two is a very simple slam bag, something that I've only started to use more frequently. Gives really good feedback. So there's 2 or 3 really good uses for this slam bag. Definitely great home practice where you can't hit balls, but you want to feel a really good impact position, and an impact position where the blade is very square. So you will feel, if let's say you've flipped over a little bit and shut the club head, you will feel and see that club head in the wrong position. Now obviously I want you to get to a position which is somewhere like that, where the handle is, your hands are slightly ahead and the club face is hitting this slam bag really squarely. And you can really feel that. One very subtle thing you can gain from this, let's say I had a bad over the top, I had a really bad into out, you will see the slam bag move left. Okay, well that's not right, I need to change that. And I can quite simply start to feel a nice into out maybe, and start to move that club a little bit, move the bag slightly to the right. Very simple, relatively inexpensive, really like it. Without shadow of a doubt, the very most common teaching aid out there at the moment, and in probably maybe, I don't know, 20% of your bags are alignment sticks. So anyone that practices a fair bit should have alignment sticks. Now the obvious is for alignment with your feet and your club path, and your ball position maybe if you created a little T-shape. So this gives real consistency, but probably the best way to use it for your swing, and I see Justin Thomas just yesterday doing this, there's a little bit of skill in setting the sticks up, but basically you're going to produce a little gate to swing through. So there you go, a little bit on the inside, feedback, a little bit on the outside, feedback. And then you can build up to hitting balls through that little gate, and it really is a very good way of finding some correct swing path. You get a little bit of feedback, you're not going to hurt yourself and you're not going to damage your club. Get some alignment sticks if you practice a lot, it really will help your golf tremendously. Okay, here's something new and definitely all over the tour at the moment, which is this little ball. It's a very light, small ball. You could find your own ball to use. The only reason why it's on this like little lanyard is, I think to get this correct, you would let go of the ball on the follow through. So basically it's a connection thing. So, and it will promote a nice solid one-piece takeaway. So you'll place the ball in your forearms, and it helps you to make this nice connected backswing into here and then release. So you've probably seen Rory McIlroy and other people using this on the range to warm up. If they're using it, it must be good. I've been using it quite a bit. A really nice connection drill to keep everything together. Flying elbow. Oh, hello. all those little things which will help with connection and togetherness in your swing. So yeah, another really nice little teaching aid. Okay, this little thing is called a fat plate, and basically it's a ball striking tool, and it also gives you ball position as well. So there is a lot of feedback from this and some consistency around ball position, and again it's something you can hit balls with. So this centre ball position is for irons, you can move it back for your wedges and slightly forward for the longer shots and longer irons. It helps you with compression, going to give you some real feedback if you get it wrong. So a fat plate, really good for ball striking, definitely worth it, maybe investing if you hit a lot of fat or thin shots or you're struggling with compression. Another little tool that's all over the internet really, and many of you may have bought one of these, a really good visual aid for club path and impact position. I need to stake it down properly to hit balls, but you can certainly see when you come to use it some real feedback around first impact position and club path, and very nice and easy to use. Once you've hit your shot, you can just smooth it back the other way and go again. Very good, very inexpensive, but still some great feedback. So not on the putting green, but my final teaching aid, which I think a lot of you should invest in. It's a very simple putting mirror, relatively inexpensive, ball at one end. You can put some tees in here to control distance so your stroke is the right length. The real feedback and why it's a mirror obviously is you want to get your eye directly over the centre line, and you can see if there's any head movement as well. So definitely invest in a putting mirror if you're you know, struggle with your putting or you want to try and elevate. I think the teaching aids are for feel. This still needs someone like me here with you to explain why you need the thing and why you want to make the changes and get the sequence right. I mean, I'm forever seeing people trying to cure something up here when something fundamentally in setup is wrong. So hope you've enjoyed the video, something a little bit different, and if you want to experiment with any of my teaching aids, just come and see me and I'm very happy to lend them to you.